LaVonne. Hey, welcome everybody to The Present Is. My name is Trey Edwards. I'm the host of this program, and I'm grateful to be on Flash TV, and I'm also grateful to have my friend here with me today, LaVonne Wells. It's great to have you here, LaVonne.
I'm excited to be here. This is going to be fun.
Now, LaVonne, I've had a chance to see a part of your program called Angels and Insights.
Yes.
And I love that. I love what you're doing with Angels and Insights. I know that a lot of people that you have in your network have seen you with Angels and Insights. I want to know more about you, LaVonne, the person, and the reason why Angels and Insights is so important to you. So I'd like to ask you that first. What was the point, or preceding the point, and the transition? I love the word transition, by the way. You'll explain that to us. What was the transition for yourself from the transition that you experienced that brought Angels and Insights into your world?
Oh my goodness. From a child, actually. So when I was 6 years old, we lived in a situation where we were not fed as children, and so we were slowly starving to death. And my youngest sister, Sharon, did transition. And when I say transition, I mean she died. I think the word dead, dying, is just a naughty word because I just don't believe it exists.
It's kind of like a trigger word in a way.
Yes, it's a trigger word.
Oh, yeah.
And it really is. It can be a very upsetting word. So she transitioned. What that means is just simply left her body and she's no longer with us physically. And even as a child, we were taken out of the home and I got to live in some foster homes. And my only faith or my only belief that I had at that time was, I was raised pretty much Christian and learned a lot about a man called Jesus, and he became my best friend because the adults they didn't know what they were doing. They were kind of screwing things up.
Yeah.
So at the age of 6, I kind of leaned in that direction, but I've always, as a child, felt like I was surrounded by angels, or these caring, maybe not in my physical eyesight, these unseen beings that were just amazing. And when I had those challenges in those foster homes, I could always reach out and reach up or around me, and I always felt like I was taken care of, and I felt like I was supported. And so as I got older in life, they've always stayed with me, or this energy, so to speak, this love presence, this all-encompassing, letting me know that you're on track, you're here for a reason. We know it's challenging, but you have support. And I call them my A-team or my entourage.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
It started out with that,
Yeah.
And it really broke open in 1999, October 13th. I had a little girl, and she was born with a lot of medical conditions that we didn't see, the doctors didn't see, I didn't see. I had already had other births where they were perfect, labor, delivery, and births and things like that. And so this one caught us off guard, and slowly but surely, she was diagnosed with something called McCune-Albright syndrome.
Okay.
And so basically her whole endocrine system were doing the opposite of what it was supposed to do. So there was I'm not a doctor or a medical doctor, I have looked into it, but basically some cells wreaking havoc in her body.
Fighting the host rather than fighting other things.
Yeah, like
not doing their job.
Not doing their job. Yeah. So you've got one cell that knows what they're supposed to do, and the other set of cells that are just wreaking havoc.
Okay.
And so slowly but surely, we were in and out of the hospital quite a bit. And I shared this story with a lot of people. I'm, not sharing the entire story right now.
Right.
But
you share as much as you want. I mean, this is about me learning about you, about our audience learning about you, and I appreciate you being open and comfortable to let us know. Share what you wish.
Yes,
okay.
got you. I'm loving this because every time I have an opportunity to share her story, I named her Kiva, and every time I have the opportunity to share her story, I feel her presence and I feel her love and I feel her, yeah, Mom, let's do this. Because I want people to know that they're truly, and this is where the work comes from and the Angels and Insights come from, that there truly is no death. There is simply a transitioning.
Beautiful.
So we are leaving our physical, but we are still with you and very present. And I love that about her because she brings that information to me quite readily. And so anyway, long story short, we ended up taking her to the hospital for the last time. She was 5 months old, about 7 pounds, and her body just began to shut down. I remember going home at about 1 o'clock in the morning, putting my head on the pillow, waking up because of this sound in my room, and I tell people all the time, I'm not a psychic or a medium, but I do believe that we have this natural ability to make connection. And when the sorrow is there, in that connection with that person that is about to leave us, we feel that and we see things and we hear things, to sort of prepare us. But you can never be prepared when it comes to losing a child, And of course, we know there is nothing that we lose, but it feels like that. A part of you being taken. And I just remember at 1 o'clock in the morning, laying my head down, waking up from this sound. And it's a very familiar sound growing up, my angel friends. Hence, Angels and Insights.
Yeah.
Just ministering to me, just talking to me, and just saying to me, we know you have faith. We know you believe. We know that you have fought for her. And we also want you to know that she is going to leave. Now, at this point in time, I'm in tears. I know what I'm hearing. I'm not making it up. It sounds like a choir, but they're saying the same thing, and they're talking in unison, and I can hear clearly. And it was that moment where I realized as a mom, I had done everything I could do for her, and it was okay to let her go. At this point, she was on life support, so it was a matter of taking her off life support and just holding her and assisting her through her transition, her passing. And I remember falling back to sleep in tears, but at the same time, I knew that it was okay to let her go. And I also was in a lot of peace at that moment as well, because I realized there is this love out there that wants to make sure that I'm okay and wants to prepare me and has been looking out for me and took the time to come to me and let me know it was okay. And so throughout my life, it's been that way. And hence, again, like I said before, Angels and Insights, and it's basically where people gather together, and this is where I do the group coaching and the group insights. And I believe people have their own answers, and I'm just here to assist in facilitating that.
That's absolutely wonderful. First of all, just the understanding of what you went through. I did not know that you experienced it at a young age as well.
Yeah,
so
I don't talk much about that.
No, and that's, I mean, I appreciate you, letting me know about that, letting us all know about that. The power that the opportunity to talk about it, I love the fact that you're open to the opportunity to talk about it. It's such a powerful thing, because people out there need to know they're not alone in these kinds of situations. We're going to talk a little bit more about Angels and Insights, a lot more actually, and get more insight from my friend LaVonne Wells right after this. That was beautiful. Timing was just perfect.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it just feels so good. Hey, we're back with my friend LaVonne Wells. We're talking about loss, transition. I love the word transition because people do have trigger words. I work a lot with my seminars about dealing with words and words' meanings. And when it comes down to it, my favorite quote that I wrote for it is, words mean nothing unless you define them.
Absolutely.
So there's I love the fact of being able to look at a word a different way. And when I first heard transition from you, it reminded me of my child Jay, who transitioned from where they were identified as a female to being transitioned to being transgender. And it's just a shift. It's a change. It's not an end. It's a beginning.
It's the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that we can feel Kiva. When you go to an Angels and Insights seminar, I guess is what you would call it.
It's a gathering.
Gathering. I love that.
Gathering.
It's a gathering.
I keep it very intimate, and it's in my home, and I love it that way.
Yeah. When you go to a gathering, you can feel the presence of so many spiritual. It's very comforting.
Yeah.
It engulfs you in a way.
There's a lot of love there.
It is. The love. That's a great way to put it. Now, a lot of people don't know about Angels and Insights.
Yes.
I was very touched by the way that you handle these situations. The people that come to you, they're dealing with a lot of different things, not just people who may have transitioned out of their lives, but just life in general.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the one that I was able to go to, you actually had someone there who was bringing a new life in.
Yes.
And
yes.
has that happened yet?
Yes, not yet.
Okay.
She's due in February, and she doesn't mind if we talk about her. She's amazing. So this is her first baby, and she's real excited, and she's ready to go, ready to pop.
So when someone comes to Angels and Insights, it is unexpected. There's no real way to explain what
Yeah.
you're going to see there, because it's kind of like the way we work things here on the show.
Yeah.
Just a moment in time, allowing you to be free to be open to what's going to happen.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things. It's always different.
Yeah.
So when people say, "Oh, I've already been," it's like, "Oh no, you haven't."
Well, I'm going again.
It's different. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different every single time because different people are coming in, and even the same people are coming in because they really enjoy it. But there's new things on the table for them now. It's never the same thing.
Yeah.
Or if it is the same issue or the whatever they're wanting to talk about, the topic for that evening, it's the next level to that. It's like they take what they can handle, they come back, and then there's more given. So it's very, I love it. It's my passion. I get excited about it. I never get tired of it, so I know I'm on track.
Right.
I'm prepping the house. I'm vacuuming. I'm dusting. I'm singing. I'm putting a lot of energy into that evening before people even get to my doorstep.
Well, it's very prevalent that you're passionate about it.
Yeah, I love it.
How did you start it?
You know, years ago, actually, I had done it for quite some time, and then I stopped. I just kind of was going through my spiritual journey. I was making shifts and transitioning myself in life from marriage to divorce and just all these different changes. And I'm now since remarried again, and my husband's not a rock star.
He's great.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
But it was off and on for many, many years because I was still getting clear about what my life work and what my passion, what my purpose is, and if I was willing to be okay with everyone being okay with what I did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still questioning myself. And so it started way back in, I would say 97,
Okay.
98. And I would just do things off and on, maybe every 2 months or 3 months. And I really re-engaged this last year in 2015, where I'm doing it every fourth Thursday. So
Okay.
there's a consistency. People know that every fourth Thursday we're going to LaVonne's house, and I just love it. It's important right now in this day and age. There's so much stress. There's so much
Yes.
going on in people's lives. This gives them an opportunity to come lay on the couch, sit in the chair, grab a blanket or pillow, and we just go for it. It's more like I don't want to call it a reading, but it's a very insightful, I guess it could be a group read, but it's basically sharing additional insights because they really have their own answers.
Yes.
And I'm all about empowerment, and I'm all about, and from at the Angels and Insights event, one of the main things that I ask them to be is responsible with any information they take from that evening, and
You
to
do
take
set
accountability.
you
some
set ground rules. Yeah.
Yeah, I do set ground rules.
Yeah.
I call it spiritual etiquette.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I want them to know that they are in charge and not to give their power away to anyone or anything. That's really important because when they get it and they have that aha moment, they get it and they hear it from their own voice.
Because people do have expectations in some way.
Oh yes, absolutely.
But when people are dealing with loss, when they're dealing with struggle, with stress, and they're reaching out, they do need to close the door on expectations and open the door and just say, I'm open to whatever can come to me.
Yeah.
And
I'm open to possibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's powerful. You can tell the people are there. I loved being surrounded by people that have that kind of feeling where they want to have. I mean, there's some amazing people in that group.
Yeah.
They
were beautiful. They were beautiful.
Exactly. We're not going to get any specifics.
Nope.
But the message is clear. The power is there within ourselves, but also the connection we have with other people that are bringing it from within themselves.
Absolutely.
And then you channel all that.
And it's growing. It's growing so quickly where my home is going to get to a point where I don't have enough room. So, but I'm just one step at a time, one day at a time on that. But I love the growth because it's been natural. It's not something I've had to. I'll put something on Facebook and share about it. I'll do a little bit here and there, but I really haven't done any real major marketing. It's just word of mouth, and people are getting on the list because now we have wait lists to get in. But my whole intention for having the Angels and Insights is to remind people that they're not alone. They're not
Exactly.
walking this alone.
Yeah.
And there's so many different forms of loss. It's not just the transitioning or the passing of a loved one. It's the divorce, it's the loss of self, it's purpose, it's so many different things that they're going through.
It's possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. LaVonne nailed it right on the head. You're not alone. There's so many people out there that are dealing with things similar to you in a lot of different ways, in our own individual ways. But putting it into a group format where you can actually have guidance from someone who has gone through that loss is so incredibly powerful. And I'm grateful to know you in my world. The connection, I felt it right from the very beginning.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And we're going to move on and take a break. When we come back, we're going to do questions to encourage some positive thought, because I want to know how you feel about yourself. And we're going to find that out right after this on The Present Is.
We'll say it a couple times.
Hey, welcome back to The Present Is. It's time for questions to encourage positive thought with my friend LaVonne Wells Sandberg.
Thank you.
The professional name LaVonne Wells is, of course, their website, and LaVonne Wells Sandberg. That's putting the rock star in there too.
Absolutely, bringing the relationship in there.
Exactly. Okay, so it's time to encourage positive thought. These are my questions for you, my gift for you. Let's get it going.
Okay.
LaVonne, what do you like about yourself?
Oh, I get over things very easily and
Great.
very quickly.
That's awesome.
There's no time. I got things to do. Come on, chop chop.
That's great. That's
I
great.
like that about myself.
What positive change have you made for yourself?
Oh my goodness. Eating better, exercising, Zumba, at least 3 times a week in the gym. Yeah. So
Power.
I like how I feel
Great.
on that workout.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
And you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
What do you anticipate changing for yourself?
Oh my goodness. That's a good question. Expansion. As far as changing for myself, being open to collaborate with others, to actually facilitate bigger groups.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's time to expand.
Well, I hope I get to do that with you.
I think you will. I think it feels great.
It does.
It's a great possibility.
It is. And speaking of feeling great, what do you do to relax?
Believe it or not, dance.
Really?
Dance. We turn on Alexa and we just have a go in the kitchen. Just
That's great.
Dance, 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 and that is the most calming, most relaxing thing I could do. Hence, workout with Zumba.
Perfect. What sound is peaceful to you?
Ooh, what sound is peaceful to me? I would say, I have a lot of sounds I love. We'll go with bells. I
Very
like
nice.
bells.
Like chimes and...
Chimes, Tibetan bells, anything with a bell that just brings me back to Zen.
That's a great trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What sight do you find beauty?
Oh, sky. Sky.
Yeah.
I will stare at the sky for hours. I don't have that many hours to do that now, but I will. Yeah, I love the sky. I think the sky is always communicating.
Great. And what smell do you always enjoy?
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Smell. I like a lot of different smells, but I have to go with. I just have a favorite oil that I like to smell all the time. It's kind of like an angel oil. I don't know the name of it.
Like an
but it's
essential
really
oil
good.
kind of
It's
thing?
an essential oil.
Yeah.
Like it has a little bit of geranium and
Yeah.
lavender and a couple things like that. So
Wonderful.
I like that smell.
That's wonderful. What is your favorite place to go?
Ooh, Barnes and Noble.
Really? Cool.
All right, sponsor Barnes and Noble. I love Barnes and Noble. It's like its own little planet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. What place do you look forward to going but haven't been yet?
London.
Really?
So much history there. I want to know all about the history. I mean, there's a lot of history underneath those buildings and around the buildings.
That's fantastic.
London has my attention. Yes.
Well, you're going to go. You're definitely
Yes.
going to go. What is your fondest memory?
Oh my goodness, my fondest memory. Actually, marrying my husband.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of fond memories, but that one was amazing because it finally found someone that truly held me as a queen and just a very kind and loving man, I mean, he's just that way. There's no faking it. He's amazing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Sandberg.
Sandberg, BJ Sandberg.
What is your most uplifting dream?
So uplifting dream,
Uh-huh.
like going to sleep dream, or
This is your show and your answer.
oh my goodness, that's really a big question. Uplifting dream.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm gonna go with it hasn't happened yet, but actually completing my book
Oh, great.
and having it published and doing well. That would be an amazing dream. to
Well, I will get it.
accomplish.
I'm going to get the book.
I'm working on it.
We're looking forward to that one. What is the most inspirational moment you've ever had?
Going to New York City and going to, believe it or not, an Oprah Life class.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's awesome.
actually, that came out of the ethers, and the opportunity opened itself, and I went, and I was pretty close to the stage, and just having her on stage, I could literally tell that she was no joke.
Uh-huh.
Not that I thought she was a joke, but I mean, people can say one thing, but it's what I'm looking for is how do you make me feel when I'm around you?
Yeah, exactly.
And I could truly feel that she was authentic.
Wow.
Yeah, she was amazing.
That's a great experience.
Yeah, it
We're
was
going to have to do a
awesome.
whole other show just on that.
That was great.
What positive question would you add to this list, and how would you answer it?
Oh my goodness. Woo! Okay, positive question. If you knew there was no death, and you've had people transition out of your life from the physical into the unseen, into the spiritual, would you, I don't know if this is a great question, but would you take the time to continue to commune with them daily
Mhm.
as if they were still there, knowing that you're actually taking the relationship to the next level? I know that's kind of a long thing because,
No, that's a great question.
yeah, because if you knew that communication was meant to continue,
Right.
to have that conversation, would you continue to have them be a part of your life on a daily basis?
Well, I know your
be
answer.
okay with that.
Yeah,
You know my
I know
answer.
your answer. That's a fantastic question. It really is. And that's so important to understand that having your insight with it makes a difference. It's a connection.
It's an absolute
It's a connection with me. I'm choking up with it. It's a connection with everyone out there. LaVonne, you're an amazing person. Thank you so much. We're going to take one more quick break. When we come back, we're just going to wrap things up.
And thank you.
No,
I want
no.
to acknowledge you.
Well, I'm grateful.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful.
I'm right back at you.
We'll be right back on The Present Is. No, I don't need another hug.
Aww. Aww.
That was great. I just wanted to say, thank you for joining me for this one. This has been a really special episode for me. I've wanted to have you on the show ever since I first met you. You're an amazing person. I'm so looking
you.
forward to being at another Angels and Insights event, and people can find out
You are
about.
welcomed to come.
Thank you. I'm grateful. People can find out about Angels and Insights through your website, LaVonneWells.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find out more about LaVonne Wells right here at the Present Is. Just check me out on my website. Until next time, just remember, you're not alone. There are people out there that can help you. We love you. And always remember, open your present, lay away your future, and donate your past. We'll see you next time on The Present Is.
Bye.
Wow.